Raven Johnson's acting like a slave. And Raven Johnson is being brutally attacked by fans for
calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT.
And this is getting very, very brutal.
Fans calling them racist. These people are disgusting individuals. Truly. And it begins. The black community has turned on Raven. I hope you're ready, rookie.
Raven Johnson just said one sentence, and the internet completely turned on her. Calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT was supposed to be a moment of respect. But within minutes, fans started attacking her from every direction.
Laughing my ass off, Raven is playing in people's faces, and I love it. She knows who the real GOAT is, but she knows how gullible and the racist the CC fan base is. She's playing chess and not checkers, the long game. Is it possible she's playing everybody?
Now the WNBA is dealing with another wave of chaos, and this one is getting personal. If you're a real Caitlin Clark fan, hit subscribe right now, because this story is only getting bigger.
So, we got Caitlin Clark coming down here shooting some ball. Oh, she called her the GOAT. Some people are not going to like this.
It all started with a simple practice clip. Nothing crazy at first. Caitlin Clark is on the court, pulling up from deep, knocking down shots like it's routine. The kind of moment we've already seen 100 times. Teammates are watching, the energy is light, everything feels normal.
Oh yeah! Let's go! Oh yeah! I see. The GOAT right there. On the line, 11 droppers.
All right. She says she's the GOAT right there. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't see any animosity between Raven Johnson and Caitlin Clark at all, which is a wonderful thing.
And then it happens. Raven Johnson reacts in real time and says it loud enough for everyone to hear. That's the GOAT right there. Just like that. No hesitation, no joke, no sarcasm. And instantly you can feel the shift. Teammates are smiling. There's no awkwardness, no tension. In fact, it looks like everything is clicking. You see Raven around Caitlin, around Sophie Cunningham, building chemistry, asking questions, learning, fitting in. From the outside, it actually looks like the Indiana Fever locker room is finally coming together. A rookie embracing the moment, supporting her superstar teammate, doing exactly what you'd expect on a team trying to win. But what looked like a positive moment inside the gym was about to explode into something completely different the second it hit the internet.
Raven Johnson's under attack now, folks. She is out here calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT. She is out here calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT. About Caitlin Clark fans, calling them racist. These people are disgusting individuals. Truly. And it begins. The black community has turned on Raven. I hope you're ready, rookie.
The moment that clip hit social media, everything flipped. What looked like respect inside the gym turned into pure chaos online. Within minutes, Raven Johnson wasn't being praised. She was being attacked. Fans started flooding the comments, questioning her motives, bringing up her past, and accusing her of switching up. Some were saying she was just trying to fit in. Others claimed she was chasing attention. And then it got even more personal. The criticism wasn't just loud, it was relentless. Post 1 started going viral, tearing her apart for one sentence. People twisting the moment, turning it into something bigger than it ever was. And just like that, a simple GOAT comment became a full-blown controversy. And it didn't stop with Raven. Now Aaliyah Boston's name is getting dragged in. The Fever locker room is being questioned, and suddenly everything is under a microscope again. What's crazy is, this wasn't even a game. This was practice. But that's the reality right now. Anything connected to Caitlin Clark doesn't stay small for long.
Raven Johnson's acting like a slave.
Oh yeah! Let's go! Oh yeah! I see. The GOAT right there.
And Raven Johnson is being brutally attacked by fans for being in support of Caitlin Clark. And this is getting very, very brutal.
So now the question becomes, why did Raven Johnson say it? Was that a genuine moment or something else? Because depending on who you ask, the answers are completely different. On one side, you've got people saying, this is simple. She's a rookie. She's watching Caitlin Clark dominate in practice, and she reacted in the moment. No agenda, no strategy, just respect. And honestly, that makes sense. We're talking about a player who's stepping into a new system, a new team, and one of the biggest spotlights in all of sports right now. You're going to support your superstar. You're going to build chemistry. That's how teams work. But then, there's the other side. People believe Raven Johnson knows exactly what she's doing. They think this is calculated. They think she understands the power of the Caitlin Clark spotlight, the fans, the media, the attention. And aligning yourself with that comes with benefits, more visibility, more support, more opportunities. And whether people want to admit it or not, that Caitlin Clark effect is very real. We've already seen how players who support her, defend her, or even just stand next to her start gaining traction with fans. So to some people, this wasn't just praise, it was positioning. But here's where it gets even deeper. There's also the reality of the Indiana Fever locker room itself. This is a team under constant pressure. Every move is analyzed, every interaction is watched. And if you're a rookie walking into that environment, you don't really have the luxury of being neutral. You either buy in or you stand out. And right now it looks like Raven Johnson is choosing to buy in completely. Learning from veterans, staying close to Caitlin Clark, building relationships, doing everything right on the surface. So maybe this isn't fake. Maybe it's not calculated. Maybe it's just a young player understanding exactly where she is and adapting fast. But in today's WNBA climate, even that can turn into controversy.
Laughing my ass off, Raven is playing in people's faces, and I love it. She knows who the real GOAT is, but she knows how gullible and the racist the CC fan base is. She's playing chess and not checkers, the long game. Is it possible she's playing everybody? So, we got Caitlin Clark coming down here shooting some ball. Oh, she called her the GOAT. Some people are not going to like this.
But here's where this situation goes from drama to something much bigger. Because this was never just about Raven Johnson. This is about what happens anytime Caitlin Clark's name gets involved. At this point, it doesn't matter if it's a game, a press conference, or even a simple practice clip. The reaction is always extreme. There's no middle ground anymore. You either support her or you get pulled into chaos. And Raven just learned that in real time. Think about it. All she did was compliment her teammate. That's it. Something players do every single day across every league. But because it's Caitlin Clark, it turns into headlines. It turns into debates. It turns into people picking sides. And that's where the real problem starts to show. The WNBA right now isn't just dealing with competition on the court, it's dealing with a divided fan base off the court. You've got one side that fully embraces Caitlin Clark as the face of the league. The attention, the growth, the global spotlight she brings. And then you've got another side that pushes back against that narrative, questioning it, challenging it, and sometimes targeting anyone who feeds into it. So when Raven Johnson says GOAT, it's not heard as just praise. It's interpreted as taking a side. And once that happens, there's no going back. Now the Fever locker room gets dragged into it. People start questioning team chemistry. They start watching interactions more closely, overanalyzing body language, friendships, even who's standing next to who during practice. Everything becomes a storyline. And for the players, that pressure builds fast because now it's not just about basketball anymore. It's about how you're perceived. It's about what you say, what you don't say, and who you align yourself with. And that's exactly why this moment matters more than people think. Because if a rookie simply showing support can spark this level of backlash, then what happens when the stakes get even higher? Big games, playoff pushes, real conflicts. This situation with Raven Johnson might feel small on the surface, but it just exposed something bigger. The Caitlin Clark effect doesn't just bring attention. It brings pressure, division, and nonstop scrutiny. And right now, the Indiana Fever are right at the center of all of it.
Oh yeah! Let's go! Oh yeah! I see. The goat right there. On the line, lemon drop.
All right. She says she's the GOAT right there. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't see any animosity between Raven Johnson and Caitlin Clark at all, which is a wonderful thing.
So now it all comes down to this. Was Raven Johnson wrong for calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT? Or was she simply being a good teammate in the moment? Because clearly, in today's WNBA, even showing support can turn you into a target overnight. And if this is how fans react to a practice comment, what happens when the pressure really hits? I want to hear from you. Did Raven mean it, or was this something bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. And if you're rocking with Caitlin Clark and want real unfiltered updates like this, make sure you subscribe, because this story is far from over.
Raven Johnson's acting like a slave.
Oh yeah! Let's go! Oh yeah! I see. The goat right there.
And Raven Johnson is being brutally attacked by fans for
Calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT.
and this is getting very, very brutal.
Fans calling them racist. These people are disgusting individuals. Truly. And it begins. The black community has turned on Raven.